Yeah, and it's a tough morning. Just like what we've seen the last several mornings, our storm belt across the Central Plains is somewhat problematic. We're triggering flash flood warnings early this morning across the state of Kansas, and it will remain to be a risk zone as we work our way through the afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the roads. So this is thanks to Kansas Department of Transportation. You can see Wichita having some very slick roads. The camera shot is frozen, but it gives you a good representation of how slick those roads are. Meanwhile, Little Rock, Arkansas, also off to a stormy start. We got temps in the low 60s. You can tell people are out and about at this early hour, but you want to take it slow on those wet roads. We have a level 2 out of 4 risk for flash flooding today for the Southern Plains. Here's a look at our warnings and also our watches. We have a flood watch that's quite expansive from Kansas into Oklahoma, pushing into parts of Missouri and Arkansas. But all those flash flood warnings, they definitely are commanding your attention. If you're waking up to one of them, you want to pause your morning drive. The level 2 threat for flash flooding is rather large today. It continues all the way through tomorrow morning and actually extends down past the I-20 corridor. You're moving it into central parts of Louisiana. And this is where the storms are. But again, they'll continue to drift down to the south, impacting more folks in Louisiana and Mississippi. This morning, the active warnings are up towards Kansas. You can tell that we have 3 active flash flood warnings, and in between it, some thunderstorm complexes that are moving, but they're producing a lot of lightning. So here's a look at a flash flood warning in Kansas. This is for Pawnee and Stafford counties up until 4:45 in the morning, where we have some locally heavy rain.
Yeah, that heavy rain is going to really slow things down. You need to be especially cautious around creeks, rivers, and streams that tend to overflow their banks. And, I look at this, Britta, and I think to myself, this is going to be a rough sleep for a lot of folks in Wichita. And really this entire zone, we're talking at, by the time everything is said and done, like 3, perhaps even upwards of 5 inches.
Yeah, when you get these isolated areas that are being identified for a higher potential of flooding, you really just have to watch this zone, because these are areas where sometimes we, unfortunately see that graduating step from a flash flood warning to something a little more ominous. So we'll continue to watch how much rain we're stacking up. A slight severe potential. A lot of this will be with the afternoon round of thunderstorms that we're anticipating between Oklahoma, over the Red River into Texas, and moving closer to Shreveport. You could see some gusty winds and also some damaging hail. Isolated tornadoes can never be ruled out, especially in this zone. It's a territory where it's easy to pull off. But I think the widespread threat is significantly going to be the flooding potential.
Oh, for sure. That's going to be top of mind. And again, there it is, the 3 to 5 inch zones. Joplin, Missouri, for example, just generally kind of a broad brush could pick up that much.
And this is 24 hours.
Right.
It's through Friday. So, I mean, we're talking about a really short time frame to pop 3 to 5 inches of rain, especially considering the soil saturation. This area has been worked over, and so there really isn't much give in terms of how much the soil can soak up. By lunchtime, a lot of the action in Kansas will be in Arkansas, so Little Rock, the afternoon goes downhill. Shreveport, these afternoon storms likely will come in with severe weather components in addition to the flash flooding. And then as we go into Friday, we reload. We have the next bit of energy moving through, dives down to the south. You can tell that the I-10 corridor gets a little bit in on the action for Friday.
Yeah, right along I-10. Be weather aware for sure into this upcoming weekend.